Welcome on board. Welcome. Invite somebody to join us. We are going to be looking at how to control body odor. This is a series I started some time ago, Single and Tidy, episode 3. And we are going to be focusing on how to control your body odor through your clothing. The episode 2 was about how to control body odor through proper bathing. So if you have not watched episode 2 after this, you can find it on this same page and then watch it. The song in the background is by Canvey Adams. I've attached the link so you can find it later and play it if you want. Just leave a comment if you are a Swalian or a Mwalian, members of Single with a Life and Married with a Life. Especially those of you on the WhatsApp group, please leave a comment. Let me know you are here. Are you single and tidy? We will find out. And there is a special message in this video for our males. The males. So please, if you are a male, stay tuned. The episode 1 and 2. If you watch them, what did you remember? If you still remember anything, please type it in the comment for me. I want to make sure you are learning something anytime I come live. So please post something. Let me know what you still remember from those episodes. And today we are going to look at how you can control your body odor through your clothing. Okay, what you wear. Those of you admiring me, thank you so much. I believe you're also looking very nice where you are. God bless you. Okay, so in the previous episode, I ended with making sure that you change your sponge and soap. Okay, because sometimes when you use the same sponge for a long time, and sponge is something that we normally don't change often. Somebody can use the same sponge for 20 years or 10 years. Yeah, but you need to change it often because sometimes the soap that you are using, and if you've used that same soap for a long time as well, the sponge can take the smell of the soap and blend it with your natural flora. It can blend with it and it produces another smell that is not very nice. So when you use the sponge, that smell is on your body, but you don't know. You are used to your body flora. So you don't know that you're actually smelling that way. But when you go towards people, they can pick that smell and it's not a nice smell. So that was where I believe I ended. Okay, so today we are continuing and focusing on your clothing. Sometimes people smell bad or they have body odor because of their clothing. Maybe their shirt, their top, or their bra, or their boxers, your panties. Okay, so it's not necessarily your body that is smelling. It's just what you are wearing that is smelling. So to help us to control the body odor, you have to be mindful of what you are wearing. And sometimes somebody can wear the same thing over and over again. And this is where I want to speak to our males. The males especially, they can get stuck with one shirt or one top as if they don't have any other top in the world. It's just, they just get so comfortable with one thing that they can easily pick and wear. So every day they wear the same shirt, they wear the same top. So immediately you see the person coming, even though you've not seen their face, you can recognize the shirt. You know this is Mr. Whose name can I use? Let me see if there's any male watching. Oh, our males, where are you? Okay, I can't see any male name. I think it's the female name showing now. So immediately you see the shirt, you know this is David coming. That is Peter over there because they've worn the same shirt. So the shirts in Ghana we say a chanu photo. At arena chanu photo. It has now become their image that they wear. So the males, pay attention to your shirt. Okay, you don't need to be wearing the same thing over and over again because it's so comfortable and it's easy to pick. No, because once you are doing that, it means that you are not really, maybe you are not washing it. If it's the same shirt and you are wearing it over and over again, sweat is going to build up in it, and then it will start producing an unpleasant smell. So if you are married, you need to keep an eye on your husband in terms of what they wear, because men can be very comfortable in what they wear. They can wear the same thing and it's fine. They are not like women that we are so, mindful. We want to look good every time. Most males are not like that. They can just stick to one thing. Okay, so keep an eye. If you feel like they are wearing this particular top too many times, just alert them, because they may not even realize that they have been stuck with that top. Okay, so alert them. Yeah. Before I got married, when we're planning our wedding and trying to, the courtship, just before the wedding, we're trying to make space in his house so that by the time I bring my stuff, I will have space in the wardrobe. We were looking at the difference, our clothing. We had to literally go through our clothing and see which ones we need to throw away. And I had that opportunity to literally get rid of most of his stuff. Because some of the things that I've realized that he's been wearing this shirt so many times. So when the opportunity came that we had to get rid of certain things, I just said, you know what, this shirt, I've seen it on you too many times. It's time for it to go. And we threw away most of those shirts. And I still keep my eye up to now. When I realize he's worn the same thing too much, I'll just tell him, can you change this week? Or today, where you are going, can you wear something different? Yeah. So please keep an eye. It's just a male thing, I believe. And if you are a girlfriend, the same thing. If you realize that your boyfriend is wearing the same top all the time, alert him. Okay. If you are a sister, you realize your brother keeps wearing the same top all the time, alert him. Okay. Because most of the time, it's not that they don't have clothing. They have the tops. I don't know what it is. Whether it's just, I don't care, or it's just laziness, or it's just, this is what I'm comfortable in. I don't know what it is. But, well, we are all different people. So let's be mindful of that. Yeah. And then make use of your wardrobe. Wear every new thing you have in your wardrobe. I think even ladies can fall victims to this. Sometimes a lady can also be wearing the same dress or the same top all the time. Okay, so look at your wardrobe. What are some of the new things that you have there that you can wear? And then start wearing them so that nobody will say, nobody will easily identify you with what you are wearing. So that's the first thing to do. Okay, so wearing the same top or dress continuously without washing them can cause body odor. Assuming I just worn this, I've had sweat in it. The wise thing to do is not to wear it again tomorrow, because the sweat, once it's overnight, is going to start smelling. So you may not even realize that you are smelling because you are used to your smell. But when you step out and somebody comes close, they can smell you. They can smell you. Okay. So the best thing is, once you've noticed that you are sweating, don't wear that top again the next day. Wash it. Wash it. And even if maybe you have just a few clothing, you've got one shirt, because there are some people like that. There was a time in my life when I used to wear the same dress every Sunday. That was what I wear to church. I probably did it like 6 months or a year. Every Sunday. The same thing. Okay, so there are people who may be at a stage in their life whereby you don't have a lot of clothing. Maybe you just have one decent top. It's fine. Make sure that it is clean. Okay, so before you go to bed, wash it. and then hang it somewhere that it can easily dry. So by the next day, it's looking clean, it's dry, you can pick it up and wear it again. Maybe somebody's thinking, I don't sweat. Especially those of us in the Western world where the weather is very cold. You don't necessarily see the sweat. So it's very easy to say, I don't sweat, so why do I have to wash the clothes and I can wear it the next day? Fair enough. If you don't sweat, make sure that after you have used the top, before you sleep, hang it, put it on a hanger, or dry it somewhere that air can blow through it. Yeah, don't fold it because you think you didn't sweat, but there could be sweat in it. Okay, once you fold it, everything is contained in the top. So the next day you pick it in your nose, it's fine because you are used to your natural flora. You are used to your smell. But when you step out, somebody will notice that there's something wrong. Okay, so always just dry it. Even if you don't want to wash it, dry it somewhere that the air can blow through it. And then the next day you pick it up. But ideally, if you have a lot of clothing, or one or two, let's say 2 or more, you can always wash it and then wear it the next day. Okay, so that's the bit about your clothing in terms of the washing. And then you also have to look at the fabric that you are using and the clothing style. Okay, identify the types of fabrics that when you wear, it causes you to sweat more. I normally don't like silk fabrics because when I use something which is silky, I will easily sweat. And I don't like tops that are very tight in the armpit. So most of the time I wear like sleeveless tops or something that will leave my armpit bare for the air to blow through it and I feel dry. Because once I'm wearing something which is very tight all over, it's covering my armpit and it's silk, within a few, let's say maximum 3 hours, I will be sweating and I can smell myself. Okay, so that is my own observation. So you can do the same. Observe yourself. What are the types of tops or fabrics that when you wear, you sweat a lot, and then you can avoid them or don't wear it for the whole day. Okay, you can. For instance, when I was in my previous church, we used to stay in church the whole day because we have programs. You go to the main service. After that, there's youth meeting. After that, there's praise party in the evening. So I would stay the whole time. And I noticed that was when I started noticing that the silk fabric was not really helpful because I could smell myself by the time the evening is approaching. So when I noticed that, I would just go home and then change. Okay, so depending on what I'm wearing, I may not wear it the whole day. I can just go and then change it and come back. So take notice of the fabrics and the styles of clothing that makes you sweat more. And then the third one is the deodorant or perfumes that you use. Some deodorant or perfumes, when they mix with the fabric of your clothing, they can produce a bad smell. Yeah, I don't know if any of you have noticed that for yourself. Yeah, it depends on the type of fabric. If the deodorant touches it, when the deodorant is still wet in your armpit, it hasn't dried properly, and then you wear the top, it gets into it, and then it can produce a different smell. Okay, so again, take note of that. What I do is I put the deodorant first. So whilst I'm applying the moisturizer on my body, I'll use the deodorant, and then by the time I finish moisturizing, my armpit would have dried up, and then I can wear my top. Okay, so I don't wear the top when the deodorant is still very wet in my armpit, or I don't put my top on before I put the deodorant, because once I do that, it's just going to soak into the clothing. When you sweat, it just produces a different smell. That's my observation. And then perfumes too. Some of the perfumes, depending on the fabric type, if you put it on, it produces a different smell. What I've learned about perfume is that it's actually good you put them on the skin. your skin itself. So your pulses, okay, so places like here, okay, it could be over here, it could be on your navel, it could be on your at the back of your knee, okay, those places, or at the back of your ear. It will actually cause the perfume to last longer, the fragrance to last longer on your skin than when you put it in the clothing. Okay, that's something that I learned some time ago. So maybe if you feel like no matter how many types of perfumes you put on, you are still smelling, try that, because it could be the clothing, because you are spraying it on the clothing. It could be the clothing and the fabric and the perfume mixing together doesn't work properly for you. Everybody is different, but these are some tips that you can use. So I would normally put them on the pulses and then wait for them to dry before I put on my clothing. And then the women, we are coming to the end of this broadcast. Okay, the women, I think the males can also do this, but more of the women. When you use the loo, when you urinate, okay, when you wee, not the poo, the wee, okay. When you finish, use tissue to wipe your vagina and the area, your private parts, okay. Use tissue to wipe it. Don't leave, because sometimes when you finish weeing, there's a bit of urine still around your vagina area. And if you just wear your pants on it, the excess urine is just going to soak into the pants. And then it starts producing a different smell. Okay, so wipe yourself with a tissue, toilet paper, and then you keep your place dry before you put on your panty. These are things that you may think, oh, but everybody knows this. I can tell you, I've worked with singles. There are things, simple things that people don't know. If you like, watch our testimony videos. Okay, the testimony videos, the Single with a Life Facebook page. Some of the things that people will tell you that they've learned, you'll be surprised. Okay, I used to think that some things are so simple, everybody knows. No, not everybody knows, because there are some of us, we didn't grow with our parents. We didn't grow up with our parents. Some of us were adopted. And unfortunately, maybe the adopted parent didn't take very good care of us. There are some adopted parents who are very good. They will even treat you better than your own parents. Okay, some of us lived with our aunties. Even some of us, we lived on our own for a very long time. So you just had to learn things as you go. So you can miss so many simple things that everybody knows. You can miss them. Okay, so don't take this video for granted. If you're watching, you're thinking, oh, but who doesn't know that they have to wipe their vagina after weeing? Some people don't know. After they urinate, they will just wear the pants, zoom, that's it. And the whole place is wet and they are walking around with it. People do that. Okay. And the males, I think the males normally will do this, because once they finish urinating, they will just shake their penis. They will shake it and the excess urine just get off. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, but you get a gist. Okay, so if you are a male, you can also use the tissue, especially if you are home. You can use the tissue to wipe the place before you wear your boxers or your whatever you wear. Okay, and then I think the other bit is the bras, the braziers. Okay, the ladies, braziers are things that we don't wash them often. True or false? Ladies, respond. True or false? There are so many of us. For a whole week, you've not washed your bra. True or false? For a whole 2 weeks, you've not washed it. Maybe even it can go for, there are some people, even for the whole year, they probably have not washed it. If I'm lying, just type it. Or if you're a lady and you are watching, type in the comments, how often do you wash your bras? I don't know anybody who probably wash their bras every day. No, because the bra wouldn't get dirty. It doesn't get dirty quickly. Okay, it doesn't get dirty quickly, but you can sweat under your breast. You can easily sweat, and the sweat goes into the bra. Okay, so again, if you don't want to wash it I can't even give you a timeline to wash it, because I know many people, there are certain things, let's not lie about it. We don't wash our bras every week or every 2 weeks. We don't. You can wait when you feel like it's smelling or you see that it's dirty, then you start washing. If it's white, yes, that one is very easy to notice. Oh, that one within a week, if you wear it like twice, 3 times, within a week, you notice that it's dirty. So with that, you can easily wash it once a week. But with the red ones, black, as for the black one, oh, that one, the whole matter spoil. Because it's black, you don't see what is happening in there. So you can go for 3 months without washing it unless it's smelling. And again, you may think it is not smelling because your nose is used to your smell. But that could be one of the reasons why people around you are doing when you are coming, they're running away because something is wrong somewhere. So let's pay attention to our bras. It's part of the clothing. Okay, your boxers, your underwears, let's pay attention to them because they all contribute to how we smell. Okay, so these are the little tips that I have in terms of the clothing. Okay, so just to let you guys know, we still have these books in Ghana. If you are in Ghana, this is my husband's first book, You Win. And it's actually very, very good. If you are a family, especially, you can use it as a devotional book. It just challenges your mind. So every day, every week, there's a portion for you to read every week. So it's not a daily thing. It's just every week. You literally read it with your family, and then it challenges your mind, and you can actually come back the next week to discuss it and to see how much progress you have made during the week. So it literally contains inspirational messages to challenge your mindset and behavior as you start each week of the year. The insight in this book will enable you to appreciate how every activity of the day affects your overall output. The book will help you to have a better outcome each week. So this really will help you to know that you don't just do anything you want during the day, because what you do today will determine how the overall week will turn out, and your overall week will determine how your month turns out and how the whole year turns out. So this is really, really, really good. I know families that are using it as a devotional. It's not a biblical, it's not like my book that you have scriptures and prayers. This is more like an everyday kind of thing that really helps you. It's 18 cities in Ghana. You can find it on Amazon, whichever country you are. It's £12.99. Okay. And then this one is How I Overcame. That's my first book. Prayers I Prayed as a Single. 40-day journey of positive declarations, prayers and encouragement for singles and couples. This book is very practical. So it's not all about praying. Each chapter, there are 10 chapters in the book. Each chapter starts with an encouragement, and the encouragement is more of practical things that you can do. Okay, so the chapters, for instance, there's a whole chapter on finances. Okay, on your finances, how to break free from poverty, from financial struggles. So it gives you the practical things you need to do apart from praying. Okay, let me give you some examples. How to prepare towards your marriage. Okay, how to pray towards your wedding day. It will give you practical steps and then the prayers to pray, because when you are preparing for your wedding, you are so excited. Everybody is happy. You feel like, oh, people are for you. But whilst you are happy preparing for your wedding, the devil is also happy. The devil is also preparing to make your day a horrible one that you will never forget. So if you don't pray properly, you may end up having a very bad wedding. Some things can happen that will really shake you. Okay, so this book will really help you. I don't know anybody who has bought this book and has regretted. In fact, when they read the preface alone, they always send me a message. I've got so many people sending me a message after they read the preface. They are so encouraged and inspired to go through the book. So there's a whole chapter on how to deal with shame and disgrace, demonic setbacks, sexual dreams, eating in dreams, financial freedom, altars, purpose discovery. If you want to know how to discover your purpose, everything is there. It's a holistic book. Okay, so get a book. I've put a lot of links on this book, about the book in this on this page, so you can find the reviews from the book launch on this page. And it's 35 Ghana cedis. You can find them if you are in Ghana. You can find them at Challenge Bookshop, in the Challenge Bookshop, EPP Books, and then if you are in the Volta region area, you can get it from Torchbearers Books and Stationery Services on the Whole Polytechnic Road. Okay, first floor, Tigosin Plaza. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that word correctly, but Tigosin Plaza. You would find the books there, or you get them from Amazon. If you are in the UK or Europe, you can send me a message. My number is 00447506009931. I can post it to you directly. Okay, and it wouldn't cost that much. I can post it directly to you. Okay, so I think there are some comments, people giving their testimonies, I believe. Let me see. The women, I'm expecting you to say much. Is it true that you don't wash your bras frequently? And the men, it will be very nice to know why you keep wearing the same tops, the same shirt all over and over again when you have plenty in your wardrobe. What's the problem? Single men especially. Okay, so somebody said the black and brown, I just dry them till the week is over. So she doesn't wash them every week. God bless you. I've learned a lot. Thank you. Okay, somebody said I'm a living testimony. That means she doesn't also wash hers frequently. Okay, so I'm going to love you guys and leave you. Share this broadcast with somebody. Have a wonderful week. God bless you all.